Good morning, YouTube people. Now, again, I'm walking while I'm filming. I'm going to be that. This isn't going to look the best. It's not about how the video looks. It's about the message. It's not about how the video looks a lot. About the message. And a lot of people are like, well, your videos don't look professional yet. They'll get there. Not worried about that. I'm worried about getting the message out right now. I'm worried about getting the message out to you guys right now. One of the most important messages, and I'm doing it right now, as you can see, is take a walk. Not on a treadmill. Take a walk outside. Enjoy the beautiful day. Soak in the sun. Look out to the distance while you're walking. Don't pay attention to the video. Don't pay attention to what's going on around you. Enjoy the view while you're walking. But today, I'm going to be talking about something a little more important. It's a Sunday. It's every Sunday. I'm going to be going into a little bit of sermon mode. I am Roman Catholic. I'm Christian. I love Jesus with all my heart. I love the church. I love God, and that's a huge part of who I am and what I stand for. And one of the basic things that we teach in Christianity is loving yourself and then loving your neighbor as yourself. 2 basic commandments. Everything else, the 10 commandments, avoiding the 7 deadly sins, all of the sacraments that the church has, all boil down to loving God with all your heart, mind, and soul, and then loving yourself and loving your neighbor as yourself. So, what does loving yourself look like? And this health and wellness, which is a large part of what I'm talking about, a lot of it is because I know I'm not the best healthy-wise. I don't walk very well. I'm getting better. I owe a friend of mine who makes the turmeric, my friend Kevin, I'm not giving out a last name, but if he's out there and he's watching, he'll know who I'm talking about. Makes this really cool turmeric tea with a lot of different herbs and spices and stuff in it that I've been taking, and it's been giving me better energy. It's been alleviating my arthritis. My arthritis in my left knee is almost gone. Starting to walk better, even though I haven't lost like a whole lot of weight yet. But it's going to come as I'm out, enjoying the day. But it's mastering that basic. What's the mastering your basic of loving yourself? Your diet, the food that you put into your body. What are you putting into your mind? Are you watching the news? Are you putting negative things into your mind? Are you are you getting involved in the Facebook drama? Are you getting involved in the drama here and the drama there? Or are you just focusing on what you need to do? How much do you love yourself? How much are you just focusing on what you need to do and not what everybody else is doing? Focus on yourself. Love yourself. Make sure you're dressing appropriately when you're out in public. Make sure you're eating appropriately all the time. If you do want to splurge every once in a while, make sure it's only in moderation. Don't do drugs or alcohol. If you are, don't do drugs ever. If you do drink alcohol in moderation. Have a glass of wine with your meal. Have a couple beers in the evening. Going out, but don't get drunk. Don't get to the point where you're be happy. You're going to be happier if you do this. You're going to wake up happier. You're going to be more energetic. The water you're drinking, make sure that you're drinking, purified alkaline-based water. You're going out, if you can't afford, reverse osmosis, at least get a carbon filter, a Brita, something like that, something that you can at least start filtering out a lot of the impurities that's in that city water. Go onto the webs, find a place, go to findyourspring.com, find a spring out there, take, gallon per day, 2 gallons per day. So you want to drink 2 gallons of water per day. If you're working out, which everybody should be working out and taking their time and walking and doing stuff like that. So while you're doing stuff like that, you're going to want to make sure that you have spring water. So go out to the spring, get yourself 15 gallons of spring water each week, bring it back to your house. That'll be enough water for a week, and it's filtered out by nature. So it's good to go. It's already filtered out the impurities. If you don't think, you're worried about bacteria, bring it home, put it into a 10-gallon kettle, boil it to 220 degrees for about 5-10 minutes, kill all that bacteria, bottle it, put it in the freezer. Or not freezer, the fridge. Wait till it cools down, put it in the fridge. Bam. Good to go. Good to go. Good to go. That's all it is just take care of yourself. If you take care of yourself, you're loving yourself. Love on that self. Master that basic. Master the basic of loving yourself. Go for a walk every day. When you're going for a walk, don't look at the ground. There's nothing on the ground to see. Maybe some bugs. Look at the sky. It's gorgeous. I don't care if it's cloudy out. It's gorgeous. Look up. Soak that in. Dream while you're out. Pray while you're out. Pray. If you're Catholic, pray the rosary maybe. Pray or something, or meditate on something. Meditate on the glorious, boundless creation that's all around you that you're enjoying. Get in touch with that spiritual side. Master the basics of loving yourself. Start a savings account. Put some money into the savings account each week. Master loving your neighbor. Give whenever you can afford to give. Whatever you can afford to give. Try to give away 10% if you can. If you can't give away 10%, at least when you're out and you're getting dinner at a restaurant, you're having food delivered to your home, you're getting an Uber, you're getting a taxi, whatever, tip. Secret. I'll tell you more about the secret of generosity and the laws of generosity later. But giving is a large part of loving yourself and loving your neighbor. Buy a homeless person a meal. Sit down with them, talk to them, listen to their story. Give somebody a ride that needs it. If you have a car, volunteer at a homeless shelter, volunteer at a youth shelter, volunteer for a Boy Scout or a Girl Scout function. That's a way you can love your neighbor. Like I said, you gotta these are the basics. Love God, pray to God, acknowledge His existence. You might not be Christian. Acknowledge that there is a creative being out there. If you're atheist, I feel sorry for you, because you can still benefit from this program by mastering loving yourself and loving your neighbor. However, you're going to miss out on a huge blessing of participating in that love that you could have for the sentient being that is providing for you, that God, that deity. That is a large part of life. and it's a large part of success. Like I said, you can be successful without. There's plenty of people that are successful without it. But again, they're not getting the full extent of what their happiness and blissfulness could be. I know a lot of miserable millionaires. I know a lot of miserable people that have money. They work 100, 200 hours a week. They have all this money, but they can't spend time with their family. Love your family. If you have a family, take your family out. Do something special for your family. Love on them. Here we go. I've been walking for 11 minutes. If you ask anybody that knew me 6 months ago, I wouldn't have been able to walk for 11 minutes. I might have been able to walk for 2 before huffing and puffing. Like I just smoked a carton of cigarettes and was about ready to die. But again, I've been loving myself, been loving God, been loving other people, been mastering those basics, and this is my reward. And I love it. I love it. Look at my smile. I'm enjoying this. I'm having fun. And that's what life is about. Life is about enjoyment. It's not about how much money you can have. It's not about the metal box that you use to get from place to place, or the dead animal that's sitting on your table that you're eating at night. Life is about being blissful, enjoying friends, basking in God's glory, basking in nature, and just enjoying life. Hey, speaking of which, I'm going to go enjoy washing my car before it rains again. So, I'm going to go enjoy my Sunday. That's my sermon for the day. And hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. There's a lot here. If you did get something out of it, leave something in the comment section. Alright? If you didn't, hopefully I'll get something out tomorrow or the next day that you will enjoy and that you will benefit from. And if you were interested in my coaching, throw a like on here. Put your email in the comment section and I'll email you, and we'll start buying you a copy of my book, and I'll show you how to do that. And then if you read the book, we'll go from there on what the next step is and what the next steps are to get into personal coaching. All right? Have a good day.